it seems like that Christmas gets a lot more publicity than what Easter does. It seems even as in my own life that I focus more on Christmas than I do on Easter. And I've been thinking about that. How we think about Christmas for a month before it actually happens, and Easter, it's almost like we just let it happen. You know, spring comes, there's flowers in my yard, pretty yellow flowers that I've been able to show my grandchildren, and it's springtime. And then, oh yeah, it's Easter. But this year, it's different, because this year, as most of y'all know, the staff have been going through a Paul David Tripp book. And it has helped me to be able to focus more on the cross than on other things. And as I turned to the days that I was assigned to be able to do, one word jumped out at me, and it was sacrifice. And so I thought about sacrifice, and I thought about different ways that the term sacrifice is used. I thought about in baseball. As I said, it is spring, and I do love baseball. My dad just kind of gave me that love for baseball, of sitting there and listening to the games on the radio. And he would stop by my room and he would say, "Okay, Janetta, how are the Rangers doing?" Texas Rangers, by the way, are still the team that I listen to and watch. And so anyway, there's two terms in there about sacrifice. There is a sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly ball. And in both of those, the batter kind of gives up his turn to bat because he's just wanting to move the runner on to the next base to help the team out. So there's that kind of sacrifice. I also thought about sacrifice that my parents, or parents in general, give to their kids. My mom sacrificed a lot. She would sacrifice sleep to be able to finish things for us kids. There were 4 of us. She was up early before we were up, out in the garden picking vegetables to bring into the house for us as the kids to help prepare and to get canned so that we would have food to eat during the winter. I wish I had some of that canned black-eyed peas and green beans now. But sacrifices, we make financial sacrifices. We make financial sacrifices like in the beginning of our marriages, or at the beginning of the time that we start working, to be able to have money set aside for retirement. And so that's been a financial sacrifice. Sacrificing for others, giving to the church, sacrificially giving to the church. And so sacrifices have been made. But that's not the sacrifice that Jesus gave. Nothing that we can do can ever match what he has done for us. And Paul David Tripp says that in this book, and he says, "No sacrifice that you and I will ever make is as great as the sacrifice that was made for us and for our redemption." And I am so thankful for that sacrifice that he gave for us on the cross. Sacrifices, sometimes we can give the wrong sacrifice. And I have something here that represents something. It is just an egg, but it also represents 11,000 eggs. 11,000 eggs that for the last, 6 years, we have been collecting to be able to go out and do an Easter egg hunt for the city of Goodlettsville. And then I hunt for our kids here at church. And there have been years that I've kind of forgotten or put aside, sacrificed my time with God because I've worried about getting those 11,000 eggs in. Not just the eggs, but also the candy. And I know that I shouldn't have. And I know that this year, I'm not as concerned about getting the eggs and the candy because in the past, they've always shown up in time. And that's what I'm planning on this year too, is that our eggs and our candy will come in. And I'm not just pushing this because we still need eggs and candy. I'm pushing it because this is where I'm coming from. So as I have been looking forward to Easter, I'm not thinking as much about the Easter eggs, the 11,000 eggs, and the pieces of candy, but I am able to look more toward the cross and to see what Jesus has in store for me. So I have a challenge for y'all, and it's something that I'm also going to do. We have 17 days until Easter. I almost said Christmas, 17 days till Easter. And what I would like for you to do is to take a few minutes, 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You can choose your Gospel, whichever one you want to read it from, and just sit down and take some time to just read the crucifixion and what Jesus did for us, for the sacrifice that he made for us on the cross. Hey, I am looking forward to seeing y'all on Sunday, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. See you later.